Hello everyone, how are you? I hope everybody is fine and welcome again in this new video which will be about Dell Latitude E7470. So as you have seen in the beginning of the video, we have lost the chip of this laptop and also the original dump. So what we will need in such a case is to build another BIOS file to use with our machine. So how can we do that? Using our tool LBE++. We will see how we can do that step by step. So first thing first is we have to find a dump in the internet. It doesn't matter. It's corrupted BIOS or locked one, which means if it has a password. All what we need is BIOS of a similar machine. So Dell E7470. So enter. I forgot to mention BIOS, or better to write a dump, otherwise we will get results about official BIOS files. So, and we don't need that right now. So let's see this first result. Oh, that's really good. The same board number as our case. Let's download it. Let's put on desktop. BIOS fixing. Let's create a new folder here. Dell E7470. Open. Save. So yes, that's really exactly like our configuration. It's an i5, it's a vPro. Okay, let's go to show in folder, and we will extract here. Okay, now let's remove the RAR file. Open this one. So we have this. Let's Control X, remove it from here and put it on the main working folder. So now let's delete this. So we have the file 16 megabyte. Now let's go fire LBE and let's see how we can build BIOS using build a new BIOS using this file which we have downloaded now, and we will need the official executable file. Okay, let's now try with this BIOS instead of dump. We go to the first result. Let's put this to English. So find drivers, and here we choose BIOS system BIOS. Okay, we go to here and we click on download simply, and let's put on the same folder. So but let's create a folder with the name exe. This will make things well organized, and we won't be confused by a lot of files. So now we have our file, we have the random dump from the internet. Let's see if our LBE is ready. So what we need now to do with LBE is to go to, let me do this, make things look nice and steady so that everyone can follow step by step what we will do in this case. Okay, so we go to, we have our random dump here. We have the executable file. We are going to use in LBE, we are going to use Dell tools, and we are going to use also this tool here, Universal Bios Builder. So we are going to use this to build our BIOS. So here we have BIOS region, ME region, JBO region, SA region, which we will select from here, and then the tool will build a file for us. So that's why we need random dump, because the tool here will build the file on the basis of the partitions of this file. It will analyze this file, locate the existing partitions, and then will build. We will use the tool will use that to build the BIOS file. But first of all, we have to extract the needed files from the executable files. So for that, we go to Dell tools. We go to repair bin file here, and here we have select exe file. Let's select the file which we have just downloaded right now. So it's in here and in exe. Let's, yes. So here select computer Dell BIOS file. We don't need to select that right now. In fact, let's just push this button here, process, and we have here success, and we got the HDR file from which we will extract the other files. So now we go here, we have, you can select any desired HDR here, but before that we have to check if this HDR file is not encrypted. As you can see here, we have the file is open there. It's the HDR file. As far as the tool managed to extract it from the executable file, it's automatically opened there in this built-in editor, which shows us the structure of the HDR file, from which we can know if it's encrypted or not. If it's encrypted, you have to check here encrypted HDR and proceed again. If it's not encrypted, like in our case here, you keep this unchecked and you go to the next step, which is to select the desired HDR file here by clicking on go and select, and now you go to this step in which you are going to extract your files. By clicking on this button, you will get this. So here it's tool that will deal with Dell HDR editor, Dell HDR editor, and automatically our file is selected. We just, so here we have these options. If this one fails, we go to the second. If it fails, we go to the third, until we got successful result. So let's try with this first one. Okay, we got all files extracted successfully. Let's check. We have the output folder created here in our folder, which is this one, LBE output. Let's check what do we have. Yes, we have the files. So let's order by size. So we have the BIOS region, we have the Intel management, we have the embedded controller here, we have the GPU, and these other two files which we won't need, in fact. So that's it. Now we close this and we go to the other tool, which is Universal BIOS Builder. So if you are going to use an FD file, you check this. Otherwise, and you select it here. Otherwise, you will keep this unchecked and you select your, as you can see here, as you can read here, FD region or any old BIOS dump, which means that we can use our random file which we have just downloaded from backups. And as you can see here, the tool is analyzing the file to check what partitions are on the file. So we got BIOS region, main region, GPU region. So we have to build our file with these partitions. So we go to BIOS region here, we check this, and we get it from the files which we have extracted from the executable file. Here we have system BIOS, which means the BIOS region. With the main region, we check this. Let's go. We have the main region here, Intel Management Engine. We need the GPU here, and for the OC, as you can see here, the OC region is disabled or not exist, so we won't need the OC in this case. So we go to GPU region, we enable it, and we choose the GPU file. That's it. And we go to text editor. We choose the desired size here, which is according to the random file is 16 megabyte. So we simply write here 16. We already have this here, and we click on go. Here we have the file, and it looks like this is the header and this is the footer. So let's save the file. The file will be saved, and the directory in which is saved will be opened automatically. In our case, it's in LBE output in our exe folder, which is, so it's this one. It's highlighted. We just cut it from here. We move it to the main folder here next to the random file, and we now have to compare these files. So let's open both files with any editor. So we have to open the other one. It's only one which is opened. Let's close. And let's close also this. So we have to select both files and hit enter on our keyboard. We have the files now which are both opened. And if we analyze, so they have to be different. So the random file is just used to be analyzed by the tool to check what partitions it has, and depending on that, on these results, our new file is built from these files which we have extracted from the executable file and which we have to select here. And if we have the OC region 2, we have to enable it to and add it so that we got a full file. So here we have a file, but it's not ready for use. Why? Let's go to Messy Port tool and let's analyze first the random file with my analyzer here on our tool. Enter on our keyboard. We have to wait. So this warning is simply saying that the Mi analyzer is has to be updated to the latest one. So R306 and I have R305. In fact, this update is a new one. I think it's today or yesterday. Anyway, so as you can see here, we have these information about this file concerning the meridian, and let's now open the file which we have built with the LBE tool. Enter on the keyboard. As you can see here, we have this unconfigured there. Here we have initialized because the file is already was already running on a machine, so that's why it says here initialized, and this one is unconfigured, so we need to configure our file. So what we need now, let's close this, let's keep this. So what we need now is to configure the meridian of this file. So we already have the tool has already detected the Mi version of this file, and we go to manual Mi, we choose a fit tool which matches this version. If we have the right version, that will be okay, that will be perfect. If not, we choose the nearest one, and the nearest one here is this one, fit tool 11.8.86.3877. so let's use this one. Double click, we will get the spare file here, this one which we have selected here. We will get it here once the tool is opened. Here it is, and here we have the tool / image tool. We open our file here, which is this one, generated file. And we go to build setting and generate intermediate files. Let's put it on no. Enable boot guard warning. We don't need that warning to be shown each time when we deal with clear me, enable platform trust, also this one, we don't need that warning to be shown at all. Let's close, let's save as default name. Let's keep the default name, and now let's close this. So we have our let's order by date of modification, we have our configuration file, we have our spare me, which means this one, which we have chosen here. We then need to move it to where? To the folder which has the name of the file which we are trying to clear me, which is in this case this one, generated file. Let's put it inside, open, again move it to the decomp folder. Which, why to decomp folder? Because inside the decomp folder we have the me region, which is unconfigured, and we need to configure it. So we just we do right click, let's choose rename and cut this and select spare me, right click, rename, right click, paste. That's it. Our main region is replaced. We have the old one here. We can delete it or keep it there, it doesn't matter, it won't harm. And now we go back to our LBE tool. We open again the flash image tool by double clicking it here. We will again get the spare me. Each time you open it, the fit tool here in LBE, you will get the spare me. So you can keep the tool open if you don't want that, but if you don't want to get the spare me each time. But anyway, it doesn't harm. Let's just focus on our work by going on file, open what? The untitled file, which is the configuration file. Double click on it and push this build image button. So here we go. Here we have our out image. Now let's close the flash image tool. Let's go back to our image support tool in LBE. Let's open now the out image. Let's analyze it. Enter on the keyboard. So we have configured, unconfigured, and if you have paid attention here, we have this warning: firmware size exceeds engine graphics region, possible data loss. So, and here we don't have that message anymore, so the file now is ready to be used with our machine. That's it. This is how we build a new file for any machine if we have lost the original dump using the LBE tool. And in LBE tool we use the universal Bios builder. I hope it's clear, and if any question, you have the comments below. For that purpose you can ask me whatever you want, and I hope this video was learning for some of you that are watching now. And yeah, we came to the end of the video. Bye bye, and see you in the next 1.